This is CBS.
Authorities in Los Angeles are saying tonight they will conduct an autopsy over the weekend to determine the exact cause of Chicago actor John Belushi's death earlier today.
Channel 2, WBBM TV, Chicago. Walter Jacobson, Don Craig, Harry Volkman, and Johnny Morris with Chicago's #1 news. Channel 2, the 10 o'clock news.
Good evening. Walter has the night off tonight, and Susan Anderson is sitting in. Authorities tonight in Los Angeles are saying that John Belushi apparently died of natural causes. The 33-year-old actor-comedian was found dead this afternoon by personnel of the Hollywood hotel where he was staying. Some speculate that he may have had a heart attack, but police are still investigating. Bob Surratt has more.
John Belushi's body was found shortly after noon today in bed at his rented Hollywood Hills hotel bungalow. He was in Los Angeles working on a movie at the time of his death. According to the Beverly Hills Fire Department, they were called to the Chateau Marmont, where Belushi was reported unconscious and choking. Concern arose when Belushi didn't answer his phone this morning. 2 people went to his room and then tried to resuscitate him. One was hotel employee Bruce Beckler.
We found him and we tried to work on him, you know. But there was no hope because he was just too slimmed up.
His rise to national fame began in 1975 with the beginning of Saturday Night Live.
I got one of these in grade school.
Movie roles followed after he left television in '79. Animal House was one of his most popular films.
Sorry.
Belushi was critically acclaimed for his role as a Sun-Times reporter in Continental Divide. Also set in Chicago, The Blues Brothers, with friend and colleague Dan Aykroyd. Last September in the Channel 2 newsroom, Belushi talked about what he enjoyed doing most, comedy.
I mean, there are a lot of performers who can make people cry and scare them, but there aren't a lot who can make people laugh. I think there are too few of us around, so we should keep doing that.
Well, that's good to hear, because there is the sort of Woody Allen syndrome to knock what you can do and want to aspire to what you can't do or may not be.
No, I'd rather make people laugh. If I can do it, you might as well do it. We were real lucky to do it on Saturday Night Live, and now they can do it on film.
Police say tonight there does not appear to be any foul play. An unidentified woman who was apparently the last person with Belushi before he became ill was questioned by police. Police questioned her for 4 hours earlier, but she now has been released. Belushi's roots were right here in Chicago. The homecoming king of Wheaton Central High School in 1967, he married his high school sweetheart and started his career in Chicago as a regular member of the Second City Improv Group. He went on to write, act, direct, and perform for the National Lampoon, which led to his success on television and widespread fame. But he never forgot his years in Chicago, and neither will we. Don and Susan, his brother Jim, went on stage tonight in The Pirates of Penzance at the Schubert Theater in Chicago.
Thank you, Bob. Second City also went on with a show tonight. Mike Parker has a report.
It was here at the Second City Theater in Chicago's Old Town that John Belushi first learned and then polished his comedy craft. In dozens of different roles during the early 1970s, Belushi learned how to be funny and how to move an audience. Then, in the days of stardom, he would often come back to Second City. A workshop student remembers.
And out of all the people from Saturday Night Live, John was the one that would come back to the Second City and come back to Chicago and remember Dell and remember this place. Remember what it was like to be a student. He really cared.
Tonight, a new company of players at Second City and a new audience. But they remember him too.
When I heard it on the radio, it really upset me. It was very sad. He was so young and he was so talented.
But nonetheless, you're prepared to come here tonight and laugh, yes?
Yeah, I guess that's what he would have wanted. He was a comedian and his job was to make people laugh.
We're gonna bar, huh? Come on, huh? Bar to bar to bar, yeah?
Go over to Mother's and over to Byfield's.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll go to the Italian restaurant where you picked up those pants, huh?
And so tonight, the new Second City players went on as if John Belushi had not died suddenly hours before. There was no announcement. As one theater spokesman put it, that's what theater is all about. Mike Parker, Channel 2 News at the Second City Theater on Wells Street.
Critic Gene Siskel interviewed John Belushi many times over the years, and now he has some personal thoughts on Belushi's career. Gene?
Well, Don, the professional tragedy of Belushi's death is that he was really trying to turn a corner in his artistic life. As a comedian, no one had a better pipeline to the sense of humor of this nation's young people. Think of Belushi smashing that wimpy kid's guitar in Animal House, and you have to smile. But Belushi told me just a couple of months ago that he wanted to do more than comedy. He took a romantic part in Continental Divide, a darkly comic part in Neighbors. He wanted to stretch as an actor. All that drive for growth is dead now, too. It's always difficult to accept the death of someone so physically exuberant and alive as John Belushi. Last August, he invited me to his home and took me into a soundproof room on the first floor of his Greenwich Village brownstone. That was his favorite room in his house, lined with a wall full of music equipment and another wall full of rock and blues music. He put on some Motown soul music and tried to teach me a dance step known as the Temptations Walk, a dance step he used on Saturday Night Live and in the Blues Brothers movie. He was a fabulous dancer, and he turned the music up real loud, and he danced and he sweated and danced some more, and he was very happy. And that's how I'll remember John Belushi, as very much alive. Don, Susan.
I need it bad.
Mom, I need it bad.
You need the sunshine and palm trees of Florida. Florida, when you need it bad, we've got it good. When you need it bad, come to Florida.
I need it bad. As we climb the ladder of personal achievement, struggling for success, striving for perfection, we must not neglect life's little pleasures. The soft spot, where we can relax with beautiful music. Tune to WLAK, my soft spot at FM 94, for music to make life's journey a little easier.
This is the moment. The grain is ripe and ready. This is where Roman meal bread begins. With high-protein wheat flour, whole-grain hard red spring wheat, whole-grain rye, bran, flaxseed meal, and other nutritious ingredients to make every loaf of Roman meal bread light brown, tender textured, and delicious. Roman meal bread, made from the best the land has to offer.
We could do what others do and make our broccoli and cheese sauce with more of the stem. Instead, we use only the best part. And we could make that in our cauliflower and cheese sauce with processed cheese instead of natural aged cheddar. We could take shortcuts on any of our 15 side dishes, but we'd taste the difference. And so would you. Who are we? You've probably guessed. We're Stofers.